Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for George.
It's time for George. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah, dude. I don't care what you say. He's arguably the king of comedy. Arguably one of the kings of comedy. He was a very critical thinker, man. The world needed people like him, and I'm a believer, and he was an atheist. And I still think, like, man, the world needs critical thinkers like this, I believe in people thinking and believing in whatever they think is right, whatever works for their life. He definitely wasn't scared to tell you what worked for his life, y'all. What we have here is George Carlin. This is 1976, a bit from 1976. He calls it Rules. We got hot topics. We got funny people. This is Krizz Kaliko Reacts. Come on.
King. I am the king of the world.
If you have not already, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This is my newer channel. We've had this for a few months, but this is the channel that you're going to see all of my hot topics, all of my comedy. Crystal calls it commentary because it's comedy and commentary. She calls it the commentary show. I don't know. You guys should poke fun at her in the comments because she reads these comments. If you want to see my music reactions, go over to my other channel because they are over there. Oh, my alarm's going off. Go over to that channel and check that out. And yeah, man, let's get to it. George Carlin, Rules. I've never seen him use props before, but let's see.
Hiya. Thank you all. How you doing? One of the things that kids have to put up with is rules.
Young George Carlin.
They're not as bad as laws because they don't really throw you in the slammer on rules, and they're not always written down somewhere. They're
True.
just rules.
True.
I was never very good at them. Well, I was good at breaking them. But outside of that, I wasn't too good with rules. I just didn't think they all made sense. Some of them seemed awfully dumb to me, rather arbitrary rules.
Right.
Some of them are good. There were some good rules, no question. No running with the scissors.
Right.
That was one I never disobeyed. Made sense to me. This will go right through me. What are you doing? I'm not running with the scissors. I was always sure of that. Another smart, good rule, I thought, was no sticking your head out of the high-speed railroad train window. Hey, Dad, good rule.
Right.
Doesn't want us to get our heads cut off. But they weren't all that good. Some of them were kind of dopey. Things like no singing at the table.
Yeah, why?
What? No singing at the table. Why? One guy with a bad voice screwed it up for everybody else 100 years ago?
Right.
No singing at the table. Why not? Because I said so.
That's how parents parented back in the day. They just said, because I said so, didn't give you no reason, nothing. Because I said so, but it was for your own good, though. So.
That was always
Most
a
of
sign
the
of a
time.
dumb rule. Because I said so.
Right.
You could scream your head off at the table. That wasn't mentioned. Not in the rule. You could stand right near the table all during dinner and sing your head off. I'm standing near the table during dinner and I'm singing, and it isn't even covered by your room.
All right. You got a pretty good singing voice. I never knew that about George Carlin. You sound pretty good, dude.
Sit down, you. That was your middle name, you. Another form of torture kids had to put up with verbal cliches, lazy language on their parents' part. Parents have a way of saying the same thing the same way all the time. Well, I guess if you're going to have to tell somebody something 1,800 times a day, no sense in trying to involve your imagination in it.
Right.
Say it over and over. Get down off there! You want to break your neck? Get down!
Yeah, they ask you questions like that. Do you want to break? They ask you, like, I feel like back in the day, and he's way older than he was. He's passed on. He's way older than I am. But same type of thought process with the era of parents that I grew up with, too.
Break your neck! He'll break his neck up the tip here. Come over here. I'll break your neck if I see you up there. And pick up these toys. I nearly broke my neck coming in.
A lot of
That
neck
was the
breaking.
only injury I ever heard about. It's the only injury they ever mentioned. The
Right.
worst one, broken neck. They never mention anything you might get. Get down off there, you'll sprain that ankle. Broken neck. And we never had them in my neighborhood. I never saw one. They just
Right.
didn't happen. I wondered what they looked like, man. Wow.
Right, me too.
I wondered, where do you put the sling? That's why. I couldn't figure it out. You got to hold it yourself. I broke my neck.
Nice.
I know.
He was really good. Like his stuff was, I guess that's the style of comedy. You couldn't speak out against any establishments and stuff back then. That's which was what he ended up doing. He ended up being super rebellious. I heard a story from a cab driver in Vegas that told me that he had George Carlin in the cab. And he told me that he was talking so bad about people gambling at the casino during his bit while playing at the casino that they canceled the show. Like they kicked him out, told him to get off stage, ended it. That's their business. And he's in there talking about how you're so stupid to gamble at a casino while playing a show at a casino. I thought that was like genius, and it's like stupid at the same time.
Would you hold this for a minute? Thank you. Okay. The only other injury there ever was, the only injury besides that was a delightful little thing called putting someone's eye out.
Yes.
Put that stick away. Put that stick down. You want to put somebody's eye out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We would have loved to do that as a kid, of course.
But we had answers for the cliches. We kids, we had answers for them. We didn't get to deliver them. Well, no sense getting beat up 14 times a day.
Right.
We had answers for every cliche they had. Didn't matter what it was. Don't you understand English? Not fully, no.
No, I'm a kid. No, of course I don't. How could I?
How many times do I have to
tell you? Yep, a lot.
6.
Yeah, that's exactly what would have happened if you would have answered it like that.
Oh, Ma, I thought you were looking for information. Don't talk back to me. Huh? You're teaching me a language, aren't you? You're telling me no more practicing?
Right.
You just wait until your father gets home. Oh, great. That dude never comes home. Thanks, man.
Right. I'll be good.
And then they would tell you to go to your room, as though it were a negative experience.
I know. I'd rather go there than be sitting here getting punished at that time. Dude, this is my childhood. My mom was very nice, though. She was super nice, but when she was mad, she did it. She didn't say this to my sister. She definitely said it to me.
But why did they give you the room in the first place, if it's such a bad spot? Go to your room! Hey, that's where all my stuff is. Yeah.
Right. So good, man. So good. So good. So greatly missed, man. My man, George Carlin. We got to get into some more George Carlin. You know what I'm saying? And look at some of the things that I've seen. I've seen a couple of his bits, but, you know, we need to watch them together, and I'll try to find some that I haven't seen so we can watch them on here. Y'all tell me what you think about George Carlin, y'all. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank y'all for coming and sitting and watching a little bit of comedy with your boy, Krizz Kaliko. Krizz Kaliko Reacts. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Cali, baby. See you. Bye.